Commemorating Town Board meeting of Tuesday, September 30th, 2019. A couple of announcements. We have the summer concerts continue this Wednesday. Looks like rain, may be moved indoors, but FDR Drive, Top 40 and Classic Hits is tomorrow night's concert. Tomorrow is Newcastle Day at Rye Playland. And there's going to be some discounts, so when you arrive at the park, you get the discounts if you're a Newcastle resident. SPCA of Westchester, Clear the Shelter. The 4th annual nationwide pet adoption drive is Saturday, August 17th from 10 to 4 at the SPCA in Briarcliff. And Newcastle Community Day is September 14th. That's off. That's way off here. So that's it. We had our community meetings last week regarding the downtown Chapacua zone rezoning. You can watch those meetings if you go to plannewcastle.us/rezoning. Let's see what else we got. Work continues on the infrastructure and streetscape project. That's it. Tonight we'll be agreeing to the lease for Bobo's Cafe, taking over Chapacua Station. Chapacua Crossing, the road improvements, now they hoped they should be completed by the middle of August. They had a delay with DOT and Con Ed battling over something, and that's been resolved, so now they can continue their operations. We are canceling our public hearing regarding the leaf blower environmental law, which was scheduled for August 13th. That will be rescheduled. And let's see, tonight we're accepting a donation from Manzer Landscaping for a Holocaust memorial. And that's it. That's my supervisor's report. On to the administrator's report with Jill Shapiro.
Thank you. Tomorrow is Records Retention Day, so Town Hall will be closed to the public as staff retains current records and destroys outdated ones in accordance with the New York State Records Retention Manual. Our summer hours for Town Hall extend through the end of August. August 30th will be the last day of limited Friday hours for the summer, and our regular schedule of Monday to Friday, 8:40 a.m. to 4:40 p.m. starts in September. Budget 2020 has actually begun. We had our budget kickoff meeting last week to start the process of creating the town's budget for next year. Town staff would like to thank Sergeant Art Mendoza for the de-escalation training in Newcastle Police Department held for all town staff last week. And actually, mark your calendars, we are actually starting plans for the town's annual 9/11 ceremony to be held this year on Wednesday, September 11th, 6:30 p.m. at the 9/11 Memorial in Gedney Park. So, summer's over for us.
Okay, terrific. Okay, so now we go to that portion of our agenda where we have, let's see what happened to my agenda. Do we have
Landmark designation.
Yes, Mr. Williams.
116.
Well, we have public comments, new business, but there's nobody here, so now we move on to, actually, no, I'm sorry, public hearing was first. Go ahead. Come on, Gray, you're up.
Okay, fine. Good evening, all. This is the Corliss Lamont House. Who here remembers who Corliss Lamont was? I thought so.
I do raise my hand.
In his time, he was famous, if not notorious. He was a socialist, more by philosophy than politics. He really wasn't involved in politics per se. He was not a member of the Communist Party, although Joe McCarthy tried to brand him with it. And he had to fight all the way up to the Supreme Court to keep them from taking his passport away. He was definitely a veteran of the wars. But then, at the same time, for 22 years, he was the head of ACLU, the Civil Liberties Union. And he was also a founder and a major figure in the American Humanist Society, the secular alternative to revealed religion, and his book on the subject is still the standard in his field. Anyway, he lived way out on the West End. The entrance is actually in Ossining, over the town of Ossining. But it's us, it's the town of Newcastle, off of Hawks Avenue. Nice stone, very handsome building. Not built by him. He moved there in 1947 at the height of the Red Scare. But it was built in 1921 by a family named Burrow. Randall Burrow was a highly successful illustrator, and his wife was local. She grew up in Scarborough, and she was the daughter of, she was the daughter of William Burns of the Burns Detective Agency, famous and infamous. Anyway, they lived there, say, until the 40s, and then the Lamonts came. He died in 1995, and his widow still lives there. We feel that this is for its connection with him, and a very handsome building, rather unusual for us, built out of local fieldstone. It was, I think it reminded the Mr. Burrow of his home in New Jersey. It's really a kind of a Pennsylvania, New Jersey federal style. So I hope you will agree that this is a worthy addition to our nice little collection of landmarks. Any questions?
No questions. These are always great. Great, let me ask you a question. Do any of these, all your landmark designations, which you put so much work into with the history and everything, do these live online anywhere? Like all the landmark designations in Newcastle?
I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure that they're probably online at the Historical Society. You can always put them online. It's a list, and you have it, and we keep updating it.
No, but not just a
But
list,
with the
even
background
yeah,
information.
all your research and everything. Read about all this stuff.
I'll check into it. The question is, on whose website would you like to see it?
The town of Newcastle. We can have a section for all our historical
Right.
landmarks.
Because you have you have one of these for each of them. It's summarized with the footnotes and the circles and arrows. And yes, we can collect that. I think it'd be a very nice idea.
We should do that.
It's a great idea.
Stay tuned, and in a month or two, you'll be getting another recommendation for the home of one of our early suburban builders, who also was a member of a pioneer Newcastle family, Sidney Quinby, who developed Ridgewood Terrace. And his home was on King Street, a really rather handsome brown shingle building with white trim at the upper entrance to Ridgewood Terrace, the King Street
Lori's
entrance.
house. Lori Morton's house.
Laurie Morton's house, you're right, exactly. And this was the house he built for himself. It was somewhat better than those he built for other people. Any other questions or comments?
Have you
Then I
considered
leave it to
Robert Greenstein's house to become a,
Excuse me?
have you considered putting his house on the list as a notable house here in Newcastle?
Not a landmark per se, but
Give
historical.
give it time.
Give it time, give it time.
History ends 50 years ago.
All right, you got time, God willing.
All right?
Hey, thank you, Grace. So
Thank
should we
you.
do it right now while you're still here? You want to do a resolution? Why don't we just bang this out while Grace here?
What is the address?
Huh?
What is the address?
116 Hawks.
116 Hawks Avenue.
I make a
number is it?
motion to designate 116 Hawks Avenue as a landmark in the town of Newcastle.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 31.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, was that
Okay,
right?
that was 31.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Greg.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, terrific. So now we do our, well, now I should say public comments, new business. Anybody? Anything? Okay.
You're right.
Resolutions.
Okay, I move to approve the payment of claims in the amount of $1,828,579.55 listed in the summary pre-check writing report and detailed voucher detail report, prepared on July 30th, 2019. Checks will be issued and mailed to each claimant listed on Wednesday, July 31st, 2019.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to set a public hearing regarding train station parking for Tuesday, August 13th, 2019.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to adopt a local law to amend Chapter 137 of the Code of the Town of Newcastle concerning wetlands.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I moved to amend a local law I meant move.
To adopt, sorry.
To adopt. What the hell?
Local law to amend Chapter
The
60,
local law,
Section 2.
Chapter 60, Section 210 of the Town of Newcastle, providing a definition for fence or wall height.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to release a street opening permit bond number 2018-0008 to the First Class Landscaping and Home Improvement Incorporated at 202 Church Place, Yorktown, New York, for work performed at 61 North Greeley Avenue in the amount of $750. Said work has been completed to Newcastle's satisfaction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I move to authorize into an agreement with the Westchester County for prisoner transportation for a term of January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2020. The round-trip reimbursement, I noticed a capital R in round-trip reimbursement amount for $2019 is $224.75. The round-trip reimbursement amount for 2020 shall be $230.37.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Whereas,
And this is next one is a resolution to amend the town's master fee schedule to add wireless telecommunications service facilities fees as set forth and detailed in the resolution before the board.
can we run with that?
That's what I'm suggesting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
You want to give me some numbers for number 8?
0.
One-
He's not getting paid.
145.
145,
From what
right?
to what?
I move to authorize the salary adjustment for Joshua Herman, our sole assessor, to $145,000 effective
July 31st.
July 31st, 2019.
Wait, do it pay period. So what's the next one? August 5?
To the next pay period.
Effective August 5th, 2019.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I move to authorize the hiring of David Mosley as part-time laborer, 0425-05, within the recycling unit of the Department of Public Works, effective August 5th, 2019, at a rate of $15 per hour.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I move to reappoint Michael Nolan to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a 5-year term, effective December 30th, 2019, through December 29th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Lucky you.
Okay. This is a resolution to authorize the termination of the license agreement with Don John CW Inc. for the use of the taxi stand at the Chappaqua train station and to approve the lease of the taxi stand to Bobo's Cafe Chappaqua LLC. So whereas there's a license agreement dated October
2018.
of 2018, wherein the town granted to Don John CW Inc. an irrevocable license to use the taxi stand at the Chappaqua train station on a non-exclusive basis in furtherance of its provision of taxi services to Metropolitan commuters, and whereas the town wishes to exercise its right to terminate the license agreement and instead lease the taxi stand to Bobo's Cafe, which is the incoming lessor and restaurant operator of the Chappaqua train station building located at 108 Allen Place. And whereas Don John CW will continue to provide taxi services at the Chappaqua train station pursuant to its separate license. And whereas pursuant to the terms of the lease extension agreement, the taxi stand will be added to the Bobo's leased premises in as-is condition in exchange for its payment of additional rent of $500 per month, subject to Bobo's receiving the necessary approvals and permits needed to use and make alterations to the taxi stand. And whereas Bobo's will use the taxi stand to provide window service of products offered by its restaurant. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board authorizes the town attorney to provide the requisite termination notice to Don John with respect to the license agreement, and be it further resolved that the town board approves the leasing of the taxi stand to Bobo's and directs the town attorney to make the necessary revisions to the lease extension agreement to effectuate same, and be it further resolved that with respect to the lease of the taxi stand, this resolution is adopted subject to a divisive referendum.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
12 is off the table, is that correct, Jim?
12 is
No.
okay.
No,
13
it's
is
not.
off the table.
Okay, thank you. Perfect, I love it. I move to accept the donation from Manzer Landscaping for labor and services, as well as 4 rocks, a stone bench, weeping cherry tree, and shrubs to create a Holocaust memorial on town property.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Should there be,
Skipping 13.
no, but is that
That's many pages, many pages. Keep going to 14.
no, should this be one by,
Yeah, right.
14 is not 14, there should be,
There's a.
we're missing a block, am I not mistaken?
No, right here.
No.
This
This is, we should be doing this.
No.
No, that's part of the Ackman one. We're not
This is
doing
all
it.
part of it with the
Yeah.
insurance?
Yep.
Yes.
With the insurance, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I move to accept the resignation of Alan Sash from the position of town prosecutor. And the effective date is, what did we decide, it was 30 days after
August 2nd.
August 2nd.
Second.
All in favor?
Alan, you missed already. Aye.
Turn your.
Thank you, Alan, for your service.
I do miss
Yes.
Alan. Still is, just in a different community.
Okay, this looks
All
like
right,
a
go
Lisa.
ahead.
Go ahead, Lisa, you're up.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay, I move to authorize and settle a bunch of 2018 tax certiorari proceedings. The first is the matter of John and Jean Hart versus the town of Newcastle. And we authorize the settlement of the 2018 proceedings so as to adjust the contested 2018 assessment of tax parcel ID number 93.10-2-5 by $87,550 as set forth in the resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay, the next one is the matter of Lisa Goldbaum and Robert Goldbaum versus the town of Newcastle. And be it resolved, the town board authorizes the settlement of this 2018 proceeding so as to adjust the contested 2018 assessment of tax parcel ID number 108.6-2-1 by $57,600.
Second.
And as set forth in the resolution.
All in favor?
Aye. And the third one is, unless you want to do it.
No, Nick, you were on a roll.
Is the matter of Bon Wee and Leonora Yui versus the town of Newcastle. Resolved that the town board authorizes the settlement of this 2018 proceeding so as to adjust the contested 2018 assessment of tax parcel ID number 71.10-1-20 by $60,800 and as further set forth in the resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I move to accept a quote for property and casualty insurance coverage for the time period of August 31st of 2019 to August 31st of 2020 with Zurich Insurance Company for an annual premium in the amount of $396,646.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to authorize the solicitation of a bid for a standby contractor for the Maple Dam project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to authorize Chief Carroll to attend the 2019 International Association of Chiefs of Police Annual Conference and Exposition from October 25th to 29th of this year in Chicago, Illinois, for an approximate cost of $2,549.24.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize Detective Watts, Police Officer Mazzocchi, and Police Officer Gramayo to attend the 44th Annual Police Juvenile Officers Annual Training Conference on August 26th to the 30th in Lake George, New York, for a total of cost of $2,977.50.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I move to authorize the purchase of streetscape furniture for the downtown Chappaqua infrastructure project in
Is that
amount-
right? I think we-
Yeah,
we
the
needed
amount's
this
gonna
to
be off because you guys are, we agreed to more than what I,
Right.
Why don't we come back and do it the next meeting?
No, we
they
need to
wouldn't be able
order.
to order it, so can we just put,
Wait.
what we're ordering?
Didn't we,
Just list the
We
number of
asked for more? Didn't we
Right,
just
ordered
move
another
them?
No, we ordered another,
table. We're doing
Table.
5 tables. We're gonna do
Five
6 at first.
tables.
then
Why don't we
we'll-
take it up to
7 instead of
$70,000,
6, right.
not to exceed 70?
Well, it was $76,000 when it was 12 tables.
Yeah,
So it's,
definitely a lot.
Less than that.
A lot less.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the math real quick, Jill?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll
if
come
you
back
could,
to
if
that
you
one.
So it's 5 tables with them, I'm sorry, 5 tables with umbrellas and 2 without umbrellas.
So, yeah, 7 tables.
Okay, I'll move on to the next one so we can keep going
14
while she does the
benches,
math.
20 benches.
I move to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the New York, New Jersey Trail Conference for planning, development, maintenance, and protection of trails within the town of Newcastle.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you have the numbers yet? Okay, Ivy, Jeremy, you want to do the next page?
That is so fine.
Anybody have the Jeopardy music?
All right, so, I move to adopt the following resolution, whereas the Town of Newcastle Town Board desires to allow electronic transmission of proposed local laws to members of the local legislative body, and as further reflected herein, we therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Newcastle hereby authorizes electronic delivery proposed local laws to members of the local legislative body via transmission to their official municipal email addresses.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize payment for change order 25, Elocal Industries, in the amount of $4,997.84 for the repair of the existing stairs located here in the great town of Newcastle at 81 South Greeley Avenue in order to be in compliance with the federal ADA standards and specifications.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And I move to authorize payment for change order number 26 for Elocal Industries in the amount of $38,500 for the additional 11 months for the project to be completed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I'll continue, okay? I'll move
Okay.
to authorize payment for change order number 27 for Elocal Industries in the amount of $138,251.70 for the redesign of the concrete sidewalk located at 88 South Greeley Avenue in order to be in compliance with, again, the federal ADA standards and specifications.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I move to authorize payment for change order number 28 for Elocal Industries in the amount of $13,251.69 in order to perform vacuum testing on sanitary sewer manholes numbers 5, 6, 7, and 11.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I move to authorize payment for change order 29 for Elocal Industries in the amount of $33,947.37 required to verify existing grades, adjust and lay out new grades for the installation of the proposed granite curbing in and along North and South Greeley Avenue, Lower King Street, and Upper King Street here in the great municipality of Newcastle.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to accept the proposal from Texas Scenic Company Northeast in Bronx, New York, for the furnishing and installation of new rigging pipes for the new projection screen at the rate of $14,500, plus a 15% contingency for a total cost of $16,700.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. That's it?
No, we have
Good
one
enough.
more. Go ahead,
Right,
Karen.
yes, the 60's fine.
Okay, that,
Oh, wait a minute.
oh, that is this one. I move to authorize the purchase of streetscape furniture for the downtown Chappaqua infrastructure project in the amount not to exceed $60,000 plus the cost of freight.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.